Zone Zero only made $90 million. The game is cooked. EOS guys, it's over. Obviously, it's not fucking over. But ZZZ, in my opinion, for a long time now, is a niche gacha game. And what I mean by niche, I mean it hasn't really landed the big old Genshin Impact or HSR or Weathering Waves type audience. It just has its own audience. And the devs clearly understand why the hell they're catering to this audience. And there is a lot of stuff that we could potentially talk about. So first off, Zone Zero is a very highly intensive game that requires good button presses and reaction time. So mobile players don't really have that. Playing mobile ZZZ is it's interesting. Let's just say that it's very interesting. So this is understandable because all this chart does is just pick up mobile rates, and not a lot of people play ZZ on mobile. They mainly play it on like console or PC. So that's number one. And then another thing we can talk about. Keep in mind, reminder, that one of the lead artists, Waterkuma in ZZZ, also has a lot of say when it comes to the designs. A Summer Lucy skin isn't surprising at all with the game's track record. Don't be surprised if the game continues to drop this archetype. And I'm not lying. Because here's the thing, guys. You want to know a fun fact about this game? Now, there's probably some other characters I could count in this, but there are 16 characters in total. I'm also adding Sun Eldrea because she's definitely going to be having the same model like everybody else. There's just no way. There are 16 of the tall female model characters in the game, and there is, and I'm adding Roxy because I have a prediction that Roxy is just going to be like the shape of like everybody else. There is 15 of the small female models in the game. Bro, tell me right now, another gacha game, the big 3D gacha games, like NTE, Arknights Enfield, Weathering Waves, Genshin Impact, HSR, tell me if any of those games are close to what ZZ's numbers are doing right now. They're not that close. Not really. And I want to be, and here's to be more specific. How many of those characters are actually S rank characters? Because there is Korin, Chukaku, Lucy, Piper. Only 4 of them are A rank agents. Only 4. And the rest are S rank. That is insane. So, in actuality, we're getting more limited. And let's also knock out Koleda and Nekomata right there. So that's 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're going to be getting 9 limited, cute and funny characters in Zenless Zone Zero. That is actually insane. That is more than what Genshin's pumping out. Because the last 5-star small model character they dropped was Sidgweenie all the way back in Fontaine. And I know is a 4-star. Crazy, right? And Sneznaya had no Cunny character at all. So you already know they're probably done with that model type. Let's just be honest. I think they're done selling that model type. It doesn't work for them. So Genshin Impact is basically is done for. HSR is probably never dropping that model. Is never dropping a tribute archetype again for a hot minute because Summer Robin and Summer Adventuring are going to be coming out. So don't expect anything from there. And Wuwa is about to drop one more, but they haven't dropped one since a limited one since Rosia. And then NTE has like a standard one, but they also drop Lacrimosa. But let's just be honest, I feel like Lacrimosa is just gonna be another bait and then nothing else. Literally just nothing else. I think Lacrimosa comes in, they dropped her, they did that, move on to like the actual bigger model characters that are gonna give them more money. That's just how it is. But in Zenless Zone Zero, the fact that they have a lead artist like Waterkuma, right? Like Waterkuma, doing all this, and then also producing this, is crazy. Absolutely insane. Because think about it, right? In any other, we would never see this in any other game. guys, let's just be honest. We would never see this type of skin in any other big 3D mainline game. We wouldn't. All because this man is on this team, we have 15 of the small model characters. We're getting a Lucy summer skin, by the way. A new release being Norma. And then also, this is another one of his works. This is one of his original characters, by the way. Right here. His police girl. So you already can tell what bro's into. And you want to know another thing of why this game is becoming more and more niche? Because people like this. Remember the whole drama 5 months ago with the Suna summer skin? Where everybody was crashing out over a maid skin and saying they're just going to drop the game? Yeah, those people, either two things. Those people are gone, or they're still playing in the dark, in silence, and they don't want to say that they're still playing. They don't want to say they're still supporting this game. You want to know why? Because they're losers. They are. They want to still trash on the game that they still play in secret. When they clearly have announced to the whole world that they're quitting because of this one skin, but still playing the game. Crazy, right? Crazy. Crazy how things work. So, the Angel Illusion came in. For some reason, I rocked a lot of socks off for some reason. The Lucy skin also was shown off. We also had Woo-Wah players and other like gacha game players trying to trash on ZZZ for releasing this character type. Like, they don't have this character type too in their own games. It's so backwards when they always say this type of shit. They're like, oh my god, ZZ needs to stop doing this when their games have the same type of characters in them. It's just pure hypocrisy at its finest. So yeah. If you're wondering why it looks like this for mobile sales, well, number one, these are just guesstimates. Number two, these are just mobile sales. And number three, a lot more people play on PC and console, and those don't get calculated. And also, number four, we have a based lead artist making stuff like this, having original works like this, creating stuff like the Suna Maid skin, if I can find, yeah, right here. Well, like making Arya's skin, and then the Suna Maid skin, and then ZZZ being the closest thing to 3D Blue Archive. Like a 3D mainline Blue Archive game. It's crazy, right? I think honestly with all of this, there's definitely way more, but honestly, I think we should just give it up to Waterkuma. Because he was the one that really did save Zelda Zone Zero. Getting rid of all these people. Making sure we can get a lot of good characters. And above all else, hey, I'm having fun. But anyways, I'm gonna see y'all later, boys. Peace.